Y'all ever heard the saying that there's no such thing as a dumb question?
Right.
I hate that, because I believe there's some dumb questions out there. I do. Now, I don't want that to deter anybody. I don't want that to deter anybody from asking a question, but it has to do with money and building this business. There is no dumb question. So let's go with some questions, and then we'll go into a training that way. Any questions in regards to building this business? Any questions?
Just one question.
Let's do it.
But holistic medicine and holistic, is that something that
Holistic medicine is, that's like an oxymoron though, right?
Well, to me,
holistic is no medicine, correct?
Well, holistic medicine, like I said, like acupuncture, doing like the herbs, and there are holistic.
Okay. Question, I got you.
Yeah, and so I didn't know if that was something that I could use to offer people who don't do medicine. Right. They opt to do like the herbal teas and acupuncture and stuff like that.
Medicinal marijuana.
Well,
We don't discounts on that yet. No. Everybody's looking for it, right? You got some discount on something. Take the dime bag down to the nick, right? Hey, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It is a real thing. It's real.
It is.
You would have this whole room packed.
It is real. Let's be professional.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we do have, in certain markets, there is holistic providers, acupuncture, all of that. Certain areas.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee you North Carolina is not one of them.
Okay.
Other places in the United States you'll see it, but North Carolina is very slim. Now, here's the cool thing. With all of Ameriplan, no matter what you do, dental, vision, prescription, chiropractic, anything, you can always send in a request referral form to add that provider on. And that provider has an opportunity to accept or decline. It takes 30 days for them to accept or decline. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Because of the healthcare industry is such a give me industry, and these dentists and doctors aren't making a lot of money, what's typically going to happen, bless you, what's typically going to happen is most dentists and providers, they don't want you to save money. They don't want cash patients to save money.
Right.
Everybody understand that?
Yes.
You can have somebody pay full price or no price, and you're going to probably take the full price, right? So what happens is, if they enroll in our program, they're more likely to accept and come on as a provider if you already have the plan and if you've been going to them for a while. So let me give you all the email. If you have a provider, if you go to our network and you see your provider's not on there, or your cousin's provider's not on there, your coworker's provider not on there, you can send an email. And that email that you want to send it to is referral. Referral is one of those words I have to like write down to remember how to spell it, but I want to guess. You guys know how to spell it, right? It's 2 F's?
No.
See, I'm saying 1 F.
2 R's.
But okay, however you spell referral, at AmeriPlanUSA.com. Referral at AmeriPlanUSA.com. Okay? And what you would do is you send the practice, which is like if it's general dentistry or orthodontic or whatever, gynecology, all that. You put that, bless you.
Thank you.
All right, I have a 2 sneeze minimum. Anybody else sneeze, I'm throwing something.
Get it ready.
Okay. Dead serious. Okay, so you give the general, you give the practice, right? And then you give the phone number to the provider, and then you give the name of the provider, and then you give the address of the provider, and then you give like the fax number.
And the person.
Oh, and the person the person who's referring it. So let's say, for example, D is your member, or D is your cousin, and D says, y'all don't have such Dr. such and such on our provider list. You would say D Moore. Actually, that's the referral. You include that and send the email to @referral@Ameriplan USA. Again, they have up to 30 days to accept or decline. Don't get mad if they decline. Yes.
So as the provider, what do they get out of it?
Oh, that's a great question. They get like office supplies. They get their extra. They get perks.
Okay.
They get really good perks.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
increase in customers, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. In North Carolina, we're struggling. We don't have a lot of providers out here. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of providers at all. One of my solutions for that is, typically people will look at our dental list out here and they would say, man, you guys don't have a lot of dental providers. So a little fun joke that I usually say is, well, how many dentists can you go to at the same time? Right? But out here, it's really slim. But the good thing is you could work this business all across the United States. So if you have a challenge with that, just work it everywhere else. Okay, questions? Questions? You had a question, right?
Yeah, as far as the pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The medication. As far as like the Walmart, Walgreens, CVS and stuff, is actually are there everywhere, or it's just certain areas that you can look up and
yeah, so
remember?
Exactly. So what happens is you go to our website. Each of you, when you get started, you'll be given a website. Right? And if you don't, you can always go to ameriplanusa.com/member, right? And you put in your zip code, and no matter where you're at in the United States, you put in your zip code and it'll bring up all the providers, whether it be vision, dental, vision, prescription. It'll bring up all the providers right there for you. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, then they're not on our network, right? And for our dental, which is one of the strongest, that's what we're known for, is our dental says there's about 130,000 dental providers in the United States, right? On our network, we have about 93 to 95,000 of those 130. So we have about 3/4 of the entire market. And not a lot of companies can say that. Okay?
So how many, I'm sorry, do you know how many is in actually North Carolina as far as dental providers?
As far as
No, I
Raleigh,
mean, yeah.
as far as
North
Raleigh?
Carolina, no.
All of North Carolina, it's not much.
Rocky Mountain,
Not much at all. What you do, yeah, it's not much at all. And on top of, I'm just going to be honest with you guys because that's the best way to make money, right? If you, even the providers that are on our network, you're not going to, our savings is really small. Like small. Like our savings is really small here in the state of North Carolina. Really small. So what you'll see typically happen is, depending on where they live in North Carolina, like Virginia, you get big savings, big savings. So sometimes I had a lady who was getting about $20,000 worth of dental work done, right? She's getting a lot of cosmetic dentistry and all that stuff. We ended up saving her about $13,000. But if she would have stayed here in North Carolina, we would only been able to save her like $7,000. But because we talked to her and we had her go to Virginia, she ended up saving $6,000 more. So she was willing to do that.
It's worth the gas.
It is worth the gas. Especially with like if you have a root canal. If it's a lot, like if it's just a regular teeth cleaning, just stay here. But if it's a root canal, you get a couple root canals, you can save a couple $1,000s going right there to Virginia. And if you educate, it's all about educating your member. Okay? Good question. Any other questions? Any other questions? You have a lot of membership questions. No, like money questions? You guys all financially good? Y'all got 9 months of all y'all bills already lined up? Y'all ever been to a mega church before?
Yes.
And sometimes they just throw money up. You ever seen them walk up to that and they just throw money up? Y'all can do that if y'all got money. I'll take it. That was the first time I ever went to a mega church. That's what I was like, what in the world's going on? They would just get up and just throw money at the pulpit. Now, what questions do you guys have? We trying to make some money here, right?
What's the best and fastest way to make the most money within the 30 days to get the extra bonuses and stuff like that?
Okay, the best and the fastest way. That's a great question. The best and the fastest way is... best and fastest way would have to be through the people that you know. And that's one of the things most people don't want to do. And this is just, again, I'm being honest. But that's the fastest way. And one of the best ways you could do it is, Essentially what you're doing, oh yeah, I'll use this. Okay. Essentially what you're doing, right, is, let's see if I could, okay. So look at, okay. Who asked the question about already has insurance? I know it was you. Yeah, so you already have insurance, right? And this is still answering your question.
Right.
Okay, so there's this program that we have that you heard Zakira talk about, which is you have 24-hour access to a doctor by phone or by email. This is what they also, the term is called telemedicine. Okay, anybody ever used telemedicine before? Anybody? Okay, you, nobody else use it? Have y'all heard of it? Okay.
Is it similar to a nurse line?
No, it's better than, like, ask yourself this question. Who would you rather, if you're in pain or hurt, who would you rather speak to, a nurse or a doctor?
A doctor.
There it is, right? So you speak to a doctor by phone or by email. So nobody, insurance, you don't have that. Insurance, you don't have telemedicine, right? So that's a great way there. So I'd say that to say this. How's the fastest way when you first get started to get money in your pocket? The best way is to use this phrase, right? It's, can you try out this program? Just want you to try it out. That's it. I just want you to try it out. Right? You got to dumb down all that extra sales stuff and really talk about $24.95. Like seriously, very seriously. And some of you may also see like, wow, you can make all this money, man, make all this money. And then you look at this $24.95 plan, you guys have people in your head right now that you're going to sell this plan to. And you're not going to sell them, you're going to scare them. Because at the end, they're thinking, you got to step into the mind of your customer sometimes, right? As a business owner, you got to think like them. And what they're thinking in their head is they're like, man, it's only $25. How do people spend $25? Almost unconsciously. Almost unconsciously. So when we're giving them all this stuff, it's like, oh, it does this and it does it. And we're going through, we're a human brochure. And we're just, and they're just like, how much is this?
Yeah.
And when you say $24.95 a month, they're like, well, I got to think about this. That's what they're going to say. What you want to do is, even if they're not people you know, you want to say like, hey, you want to try this out. You just try out the plan. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's not like insurance where you're locked into a contract, right? This is month to month. This is like Metro PCS. So you just want to try this thing out, right? You just want to try it out. And you'll see that your success will go up a lot more if you go that route. I've seen people like really make this plan into something like that it's not. Like they put wings on this plan. Right? And we just can't do that. So that's one of the fastest ways you could do it. Fastest way is, you know, hey, just try this thing out. This is how it works. Boom. Yes.
Okay, I got a question. All right, so can you go back to your slide where it shows the different, the regional levels and all that?
Okay.
Okay, so once you get, say like you get your 10 pieces of business.
Uh-huh.
And say I do the 3 RSDs.
Okay.
So like if somebody drops off, do you like bump back down stages and stuff like that? Is that how it works?
Say it one more time.
Okay. So let's use the SRSD
Okay.
for example.
Boom.
And I have the 10 pieces of business. So like if people are signed up and then I'm not sure how it works, if it's just month to month or whatever, but someone drops off.
Uh-huh.
Will that bust you down back to another level?
No.
Or
Does everybody understand her question?
yeah.
Okay, good.
So
No.
with the RSDs, like, well, say you sign someone up and then I'm gonna say like maybe they don't perform much or whatever, or they just stop altogether. Are you still in that category for the 3 RSDs or do?
Yeah, and that happens more times than not.
Okay. But I still got that status, right?
You
Was it
still got,
every
you
year?
still, more than the status, you still get that percentage.
Okay.
More than the
As if
status.
I had three.
As if you had 3. Exactly.
Oh.
Most people quit. I mean, we're all losers. Seriously, at the end of the day. No, I'm dead serious. Just like an athlete, right? Athlete misses most of the shots that they take.
Right.
Most people quit. It's just the way it is. Just most people quit. I mean, where's Janie Jones, right? Janie Jones, I'll tell you a story about quitting, right? There was these people in Janie Jones' business, about 3 of them, that reached this level, making 6-figure incomes. And they just quit. They just quit. So most people that you come in, they're just going to quit. Because again, it's even at jobs they quit, don't they? I mean, people quit all the time for just silly reasons, right? You either quit or you get fired. Whatever happens first usually. Here you just can't get fired. You just won't make money. Good question. But yeah, you don't. Percentage remains the same. Any other question? Yes.
So with the packages, do you get actual physical brochures, cards, or anything, or is that our responsibility to make cards? And
Yeah, what you would do is everybody either has an Android or an iPhone, right?
Right.
So what you do is you go, you're not given that at all. Right, you print it out. There's an app. Everybody know about the app? Y'all downloaded the app? Okay, there's an app. It's called Ameriplan USA, and it's in the Android store?
Yes.
That's what it's called? What is it?
Play Store, Google
Play Store. Okay, Play Store, and it's also in the App Store, the App Store for iPhone. Is it?
Yes, you're right. That's not going to be App Store.
Yeah, App Store. Okay, so App Store and the Google.
Ameriplan Corp. It's American.
Ameriplan USA. Any other questions before we get started? Any other questions?
So, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let's say, for instance, hypothetically, you're with a person
Mhm.
and they want to sign up.
Uh-huh.
They will sign up through your link. Like, say it's just so you can make sure that they do it like right then and there.
Uh-huh.
You'll sign up through a link,
Yep.
and that link will take their credit card information and stuff of that nature, and then that's when the credit is applied to you.
Absolutely.
Um,
You can text it to them. You can email it to them. You can send it to them on Facebook. You can put it on LinkedIn, whatever. And they just go. It's like a 2-page application.
And they put their information.
They can do it or you can do it.
Okay.
Because some people, you know, it causes. Sometimes you want to do it, right? Because if they're like, you know, like, no, let me get that right now. Right? Let me take it and then you just put it in.
Yeah.
Right? Say the question again so everybody can hear. Don't speak so loud.
Persons who signing up, do they have to be benefit consultant or they just sign up for the benefit of the plan? Which one? Do they have to be benefit consultant or
To do what?
part of
To have the
the
plan.
business to have the plan?
No, not at all.
Okay,
No. You could just have the plan.
okay.
True story, I have a guy, because my parents introduced me to this company. They're one of the $1 million earners in this company as well. They, when I was maybe a freshman in college, they enrolled me into this business, right? And I didn't know much about the business, but I did know that they had dental coverage at this company, and I knew this guy needed a dental plan. His name is Robert Shaw. He enrolled on September 8th of 1999, right? He's still with me today, just as a dental member. So every single month, since September 9th of 99, I've been getting my percentage. His name is Robert Shaw, and I enrolled him just in our dental program. Yeah. So you could you don't have to build a business. You don't have to build management and develop trainers and all of that. You can just sell the plan and become extremely successful. There was a guy, I forget his name. Bill Bertha, yeah, Bill Bertha passed away. He didn't recruit anybody, and he was making over $25,000 a month. Like, he was just pushing out those plans. There's another guy named Aaron Price. He's one of the top people in this company right now. He's actually a Jehovah's Witness. Anybody knows a Jehovah's Witness? He's the top leader, a top producer in our whole company. He's a Jehovah's Witness. I went on a top producer trip with him last November. He's a Jehovah's Witness.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Deborah Scott is also a Jehovah's Witness. So if anybody know Jehovah's Witnesses and you don't think that they would like business, those are two great examples right there. And we all know Jehovah's Witnesses aren't afraid to talk to people, right? It's a fact, right? We're in business. Let's think business. Put your religious views and stuff behind, right? And let's talk money. Once you clear all that stuff away, you can really get busy. Because if your job, how many people have a job? Say aye. If they knew the real you, you may not have a job. Seriously. So once you click, but they don't care. They just say, as long as you don't do that here, we'll pay you.
I'm sorry, I just want to piggyback on what she asked. She said, you don't have to be a benefit consultant in order to do the business. But if they already a member, they can use that as an option if they choose to without paying.
Say it one more time.
In other words, if they become, say for instance, they're already a member.
Okay.
And then they want to be a benefit consultant.
Okay.
They would just pay the difference of the $20 registration fee in order to become a consultant.
Boom.
Okay. 25.
Boom. Any other questions?
And that initial, either $24.95 or $39.95, when I'm talking to customers, that's going to come out immediately.
Say it again.
Their account. Is that an immediate charge that they will have? So if I sign someone up today, I need to let them know, yes, that will come out of your account today, so it's immediate.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
$24.95 plus a one-time registration of $20. So it's $44.95 just to start it. $24.95 a month after that. Yeah. Wait, what was it? I wanted to add something on what you just said too. You said, is it $24.95?
I was
immediate. So here, that's a good one. So again, when we was talking about, you can take an application, right? So do you have them do it or do you do it yourself? Remember we was just talking about that. So in the case if somebody is like, yeah, I'll get started, but I don't want to start until I don't get paid till 2 weeks from now.
Right.
What you do is you take their application. Y'all ever heard of a post-dated check?
Yes.
That's your business. You can do a post-dated payment. You get a file, right? We just did it the other day.
Yes.
Oh, this is Bendu?
Yes.
Bendu, hey! Bendu, I didn't know that was you, Bendu. Okay, Bendu. That's what we did, right? Did we?
Yeah.
We spoke to her, was that Wednesday or Thursday?
Correct.
And she wasn't ready to get started. Financially, she didn't have it. So we took the application, and she said Friday at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
My memory is so sharp. Let's give a round of applause for my memory. So Friday at 8 o'clock, Rosalind processed her application. So again, you can just hold the app, get your file, get you a little file, say, you should have things lined up. Okay, October 15th, I got this to sign up. November 20th, December 30th, somebody's waiting for a settlement. So that's another, you got something in January, I got this money coming in January. All right, fine. Because what they're expecting, what the amateur's going to do, is they're just going to say, all right, well, I'll call you back in October. Well, I'll call you back in November. But the professional want to be like them, you got to think like them, right? You think like them. They don't wait. They post-date that payment. Even the cell phone companies post-date a payment.
Sure do.
That's what we do. We schedule it. We're going to take that.
Right.
You don't have it now? Great.
Right.
Fine. Okay, when do you want it? Oh, it'll be available when? November 13th at 6 o'clock? Okay, great. Finish taking the application. It's great to know. Yeah, it is. Any other questions? And this side of the room really has a lot of questions. We have one question from over here.
Two, she had one too.
Who?
B, I don't know the whole part.
Oh, Bindu.
Benicia, and Benicia.
Can you go over the levels again?
The levels?
Yeah, because I missed it at the beginning.
These levels?
What was the executive ones?
This one?
To get started?
Yeah, to get started anyway.
Oh, to get started. To get started as a benefit consultant.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna I won't use that. I'll just use, so there's 3 ways that you can get started. All right, there's the top level, which is our Jumpstart program. It's $269.95 to get started. And all that simply does is you get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. If you're looking to build a business, like an organization, have a sales force, that's the one you want to get in. It's $269.90 to get started, right? But then there's our 2 other packages, right? It's our executive package and our beginner package. It's $94.90 to get started, $69.90 to get started. With those 2, you only get paid daily and monthly.
So that depends on if you have somebody signed up under you or already signed up for the plan.
Say that again.
So the only way you get paid if you have somebody under you, right? Or somebody sign a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And each one of them have different perks, right? So the beginner level and then the executive level. And the
Right.
executive level have-
So you get started with the beginner package, which is $69.90. You get a choice between this one and this one.
Okay.
Anyone in your household has full access to either one. Right? You get started with the second one, which is the $94.90. You get both. You get this one, which is both of these put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if you want to? So what if you start at beginners, and then you want to go to the executive level?
That's a great thing to do.
Okay.
Great thing to do. Never let money stop you from getting started with this business. So you just do. Y'all heard of OPM before, right? No?
People money.
Yeah, other people's money, right? That's what they do, OPM, right? Other people's money. So what you do is if somebody say, like some people obviously they want to get started with the Jumpstart program, which is another reason why most people fail, right? We don't understand the process of keeping it real, right? That's just a hashtag we use and it's just the way we talk. Keeping it real, right? But when it comes to doing something, let's just keep it real. You don't have $269.90 today to get started? Okay, cool. Get started with the lower package and do what they do, right? OPM, other people's money, right? You get to $69.90, what happens? You make, how many do we need to get to that first position?
10.
You need 10, right? So you get a check for each of those 10 sales, right? Boom, you get a check for each of those 10 sales. But now, as soon as you finish that 10th one, if you do it in 30 days, they're going to send you an additional $300 bonus. So what do? So that's about $600 to $800, right? So what do you do now? You take that money and you upgrade yourself to the Jumpstart program. And you still keep like $400 or $500 in your pocket. Let me also say another thing about this this money. If you, let's see. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, so let me say this. We have a scaling compensation plan, okay? And scaling means this. It renews itself every month. You guys understand that? Okay. So today's October 7th, right? So let's talk about this Dental Plus program. And the reason why I always talk about the Dental Plus, because that's the one you're going to sell like hotcakes. Okay? So the Dental Plus, what you could use for these two. You sell either of these, this is how it's going to work. The first sale that you make in a month, you're going to get paid $20. First sale, you're going to get paid $20. The second sale, you're going to get paid $30. The third sale, you're going to get paid $40. The fourth and every sale after, you're going to get paid $50. That's where you max out the compensation plan. So whether you sell 5 or 500 in a month, you're going to get paid $50 per sale after the third one. That's big money. $50 a pop. So you sell this little, remember, y'all, the worst thing you can do is waste your time. You want to write something down? Write this down. You're looking for people that are looking for you. We don't have time to waste. What people do is they waste so much time trying to convince someone and trying to, I'm waiting on this person to sign up. Listen, you expect everyone to sign up because it's a great plan, but you don't wait for anybody. You can't waste your time trying to sell this thing. It's too inexpensive. It's way too inexpensive. It's way too inexpensive. If they want it, they'll get it. If they don't, you got to move to the next person. You got to move to the next person. I interviewed this one real estate guy not too long ago, and I was asking him one piece of advice. I asked him, has he ever bought a property? He has like hundreds of properties, right? He owns hundreds of properties. So I asked him, was there ever a property that he bought, that he wanted to keep for himself? And his answer was it made so much sense. He said, no. He said, I never fall in love with a property. And it's the same thing with us. We can't fall in love with our prospects. Some of us is like waiting for this one person to sign up, and we don't want to do anything else. We're just waiting for this one person to sign up. It could be Aunt Pam, Uncle Tina. Well, not Uncle Tina. This LGBTQ thing got me crazy. What, Uncle Tina? That was terrible. Uncle Tina. That's funny. Hey, they need plans too, right? But yeah, you can't fall in love with the plan because it's too inexpensive. Now, if we sell in houses, yeah, it may be worth your time to wait on a month or two. But it's a little $24.95 plan, right? How do we act when we spend $25? Let's be real. So it's $24.95 plus $20, so it's $44. We did this last time, right? Let's think of us, because we're more normal than we think we are. I know we have these egos and all this, but at the end of the day, we're all more normal than we believe that we are. Like, we all got to be different. Okay, we're different, but at the end of the day, $44.95 is $44.95. Let's start thinking, how do we act when we spend $44.95? Like, we come into this thing and we let people just push us around and start making us believe what's unbelievable. People say, well, I got to think about it. Well, let me do my research. We doing research for under $100, really? No, seriously, really? Research? So we're doing research. Really? I don't have time for research. No. But we have to set the ground. We have to set the foundation before you go out there and let people waste your time. That's fine if you got to do research. Here's my website. I'll check on you in 6 months.
Right. Right.
Think about $44.90. Who went to the movies? Somebody went to the movies. Who was the example? Somebody said they went to the movie. That was you?
You did.
How much did you spend?
I didn't pay.
You didn't pay, but did you get popcorn?
Oh, it's more than.
I ain't pay for that.
Right, you didn't pay, but there was.
I have a 5-year-old.
Okay.
We went to see Lego Batman.
Okay.
And you pay because we had to pay for me, my husband, my son. The tickets, I think that was about sort of 12, so about 40. You might as well say 40.
About
And
40,
then
40.
a 5-year-old, you gotta get popcorn. You
Gotta get
candy.
popcorn.
So we spent probably about $70, $80.
So that would be as silly as you going to the movie theater. 40, because y'all try to say, well, no, this is a business plan, and I had to give my social, and then I had to fill out an application. And you're complicating, at the end of the day, money is money. It's $44.95. So that would be as silly as you saying, how much is that ticket? Wait, I need to speak. Can I speak? Okay, and then you're sitting down with them, right? Movie is already set to go. They're not stopping for you to get this research done. And I know it's silly, but this is real. Because y'all, I want to get common ground on $44.95. So now, she buys the ticket after all this research and speaking to who she needs to speak to. But now, popcorn. So now it's time to get popcorn. Who made the popcorn? How long has the popcorn been sitting there? What bag of popcorn? Who made the bag? They'll probably kick you out. No, you can go somewhere else. It'll be on Netflix soon. Speaking of Netflix, did we do research on that?
What kind of butter is that?
$44.95. Y'all look at your nails. Who made the polish? Where'd y'all get this water? Is this alkaline water in here?
Did you clean this?
Where's this Poland? Where is tap water? How much is to get your nails and feet done?
Yeah, it was about 60.
That's
Easy.
see, and when we get the number, you pay a rent or mortgage, they don't want to hear anything. They just want the number. What is the number? When you get your nails done, they don't want all that. They just want the number. How much is it? The number. But now we're talking about what we can do, and now it's, well, I need to do some more research. No, you don't. $44.90, $44 is $44. That's it. But some of y'all won't take $44.95 from a homeless person because of the way they dress and smell. Like, how y'all get this $44.95? I'm trying to tell y'all, this is real stuff.
That is so true.
Do they have to be 18 then to sign up for the plan?
Not for the plan. Anybody, if they got a debit or a credit card, they can sign up for the plan.
No, because I have a son who, well, he's a freshman in college now, but I remember when he was a senior in high school, and he would say, my boy can't get it, he got a toothache, he can't go.
Yep.
And I don't know what the parenting situation was, but at least I know that I could reach out to maybe, younger adults.
Absolutely. They can't do the business, but they can get the plan.
Okay.
Same with immigrants. Carl was talking about immigrants earlier. He made a little joke, a little funny. Immigrants, this is real money. It's a big market.
Yeah.
Immigrants is staying under the radar, especially with that DACA program. Y'all heard of that DACA?
Yes.
March 5th, my
Yeah.
birthday.
Immigrants need this plan. They want to save money too.
No social.
But y'all looking down on talking about the Mexicans, they pack 8 in the car. No. Pack 8 on the plan.
There you go.
But y'all are we're so judgmental. We're so judgmental. I did a documentary on homeless people years back. And I just interviewed homeless person after homeless person after homeless. And I would take them out to eat, ask them questions, take them out to eat, ask them questions. Homeless people have problems. They have the same issues we got. Same issues. The mentality is the same exact. There's homeless people, they're fighting because one got a box, one got a blanket with no holes in it. And you know what the female's like, right? Homeless females, who's she gonna take? The homeless guy with the blanket with a hole in it, or the one that got a nice little blanket? It's there. She's gonna go with the guy with the better blanket. He know where to go where there's shade. And there's the same females, right? Same females. There's homeless women. She'd still take care of her feet though.
Yeah.
And what's the do? Damn. There she go. I'm telling you, one day I'm a. But we think we different.
Well, you should know, thanks to D, I have a homeless person in my business who is a jump starter at $269.95. She's still homeless.
Yep.
So don't discriminate.
Right, that's right.
And you know what? She's on Facebook.
Yeah, she'd be on Facebook.
You wouldn't know. And let's stay on this homeless thing, because we gotta break us down. Like sometimes we gotta just strip ourselves. Like y'all, sometimes you gotta like surrender to your own self, because we think we're up here. Just because you're doing better than whoever's in your crew, we think, and we forget. So I'm watching. Y'all saw that Las Vegas thing that happened, right? So I'm watching it, and I was fascinated by the brother's interview. I saw the brother's interview. The brother of the guy. So I saw that one, but then there was this longer one. He went for like 30 minutes. And he was just talking about how his brother was just a really smart person, and how this is really easy for him to pull off. But the point of the story is, and you guys should go watch it, but he was talking about how wealthy people think. It's really powerful. And he's just talking about how his brother would invite him to go to these hotels. They'd just give him free rooms, free hotels. She said, Carl was talking about we get free trips. I just went on a free trip. But sometimes when we think that, oh, you got a free trip, what you got to do to get it. But this guy was talking about, they go out to eat one time, and they spend $1,000 on sushi just one time. But they don't have to pay for it. The hotel would comp them because they spend millions of dollars to actually go and spend this money. I'm telling you guys this story because he kept saying in the interview, I mean, I hate to say it, but wealthy people, I mean, we do these type of things. He was given, and if you really look at it, and again, separate the crap from money. Like you want to follow the money, you separate all the killings. I know it's hard to do. You separate all that, and you listen to what this guy is telling you. He's telling you how money works. Wealthy people just think differently, right? Can you imagine getting $1,000 worth of food and not paying anything? Well, Ameriplan, they got this program, right? You get 600 members enrolled between like you and I believe your team, right? 600 members. Do the math. We do the math on everything else. We know how many times Steve Harvey been married. Let's do the math. More than once, right? Some of us know the answer, but we don't want to say it right now. Let's do the math. You all want to do some math? Let's do the math. So 600 members enrolled. You know what they're going to give you? A 7-day vacation for you and whoever you want to take. And they're also going to give you $10,000. Want somebody to do the math on that? So, want some more math? So, if maybe we can replace the math we're thinking about, how many albums did Cardi B sell?
Oh.
Number one. That's math. Because if you're not number one, you might be number two. And that's still math. Simple math, but important math, right? So let's do the math. So you do 10 sales, right? You do 10 sales. You do 10 sales for 12 straight months. 10 sales for 12 straight months, right? Remember these? 10 sales for 12 straight months. Y'all want more math? I'll give you math. They're going to give you, at the end of that 12th month of completion, they're going to give you $2,500. Just for 10. What I'm trying to tell you guys, I used to struggle with this too. I like what you said. You said, I'm a piggyback on what she said. You say you're going to piggyback. But a lot of us in this room, we want to do this. We want to become successful on our own. We want to create. We wish we created this plan. How do they do this? How do you get a discount? I'm going to go home and I'm going to figure out how to do that. I'm trying to, we don't believe, but you know what? Y'all ever heard of John Mayer? He's a guitarist, right? He didn't make the guitar. But we want to make it and play it. My mom taught me, she said, don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game, right? This is the game. What else do you have that you can do whatever the hell you want to do, make however much money you want to make. You always talk about your job is limited. Oh, they only paying me this much. Oh, they only paying me. And then you get an opportunity to do this. Oh, you can start thinking about, I need to start baking those cakes again. I might as well just start baking those cakes. Get them platters together. I do hair. Might drive Uber. Just brainstorm. You just come here to brainstorm. Just come here to brainstorm. Yes.
So can you move up just by getting people to sign up for plans, or you got to also have members also?
To move up?
Yeah.
What do you mean move up? In position or financially?
Position.
In position, yes. Financially, no. We have to figure this out. This is very simple stuff. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. Y'all see this right here? Bet y'all don't read fine print, right? He see it. Y'all saw that? Because then, when your customers say it, you're going to lose confidence. But look at this now. You know what that means? Let me equate it for you. If you go into a Burger King and ask for a Big Mac, you know what they're going to say? You're at the wrong place. So here it is. They're going to hit you with it.
I understand it's not insurance, so I understand it is a discount program. So whenever they go to the doctor, is the portion that's not covered, is that usually due up front? So are they like expected to pay that up front, like the time of that visit? Or is it like like do they get, I don't know, it may depend on the provider as well, but how does that usually work?
Great. Yeah, so there's no reimbursement, there's no copays, there's no deductibles. What basically happens is they just get a discount, and it's right there on the spot.
It's due at the time.
When I go get my teeth cleaned, they'll say, okay, Mr. Brown, that'll be $168. And I say, okay, here's my card. Boom. They'll take it down to like $43 or $47 right there. Now, because that's a great question, it's greater than we know. Because you actually answered it, but they probably didn't catch it, so I'll just reiterate what you said. So if it's a pricey procedure that you need to get done, like 5 root canals. When my stepdad, he was diagnosed with throat cancer years back, and everybody knows most health issues start in the mouth, right? And anybody knows anybody who's been through cancer or any kind of treatment, they say you gotta get your mouth fit. Anything wrong with your mouth, they won't touch you until the mouth gets done. So he had to have like 5 or 6 root canals before he had to get everything else in place. He had to have 5 or 6, I forget. So if you have like 5 or 6 root canals, or you're paying like, let's say $3,000, any procedure, you're getting braces, they'll break it down for you. Our providers, we have that relationship where they'll break it down and set up a payment plan for you. But if it's like $200, $100, $300, no. You need to pay it right there. That was a great question. Yep. Oh, and let's do this also, because I know this is going to come flying at you guys as well. I think you even touched on it a little bit. You have insurance, so you don't really need the plan. From a benefit side, somebody just needs the plan. We're all about educating, right? So, okay, let's do this. If you, we're basically like doctors. You'll notice there's a common thread with most of the top performers in this company. We all do the same exact thing. The unsuccessful people, tell. The most successful people, ask. You don't want to make a living solving problems which don't exist. Yeah. You find what the problem is, then you can provide a solution. It's really just that simple. You find what the problem is, you can find what the solution. Some of us are trying to solve problems that don't exist. And then that's why they run from you. And that's why they need more time to enroll in the plan. It's because you're not asking the question, you're trying to solve the problem. Any other questions?
Cold calling, is that a strategy to get business?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
And there's no restrictions as far as like contacting. We can contact anyone. We can email anyone. Okay, across the United States of America.
Absolutely.
Do they have, I'm just curious, as I do insurance.
Hold that question.
Oh, sorry.
Let me double down on that. So, we have ways that you can invest into this business, okay? For marketing, right? And we have co-ops. We have places where you can buy leads. You have things like yard signs. You have things like sizzle cards, business cards, flyers. You have all that, right? That you can invest in. And the only difference between the person who invests and the person who doesn't invest is time. When you invest, you're paying to alleviate and leverage your time.
Right.
Now what happens is cold calling, right? Somebody in here wants to get leads, but they don't have money. So, but you can't also say, I have money to invest leads, but I don't want to do cold calling. Get same people. They don't want to work it on Facebook. Free. Mama told me, if it's free, then it's for me. But the mentality is people who usually don't have money and live and remain without money don't like to work. So therefore, all the free things that we give them, like cold calling, posting, blogging, all of that free stuff, they don't want to do. But is cold calling an option? Absolutely. If there's nothing else to do for your business, it's a great way to create something. Your question.
It's okay. Because you kind of answered in between. It's okay.
Would you be okay if we kind of paid you what you were supposed to get?
No.
So what's the real question? Let's get you all the way there.
I was just curious, like, as far as like the leads, and I think that's why I think you answered the question. The leads, that's obviously an extra investment, regardless of you being in Jumpstart or any other program, for that matter. And going back to the Jumpstart program, and it said they give you like five free memberships.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Okay.
Is that something can you apply to your monthly fee?
No.
After?
No, so here's how it will work. You get started in the Jumpstart program, they give you 5 dental plans. It's like inventory, right? They're going to give you 5 dental plans. It's included in the $269. They're going to give you 5, right? And that 5, your first dental plan that you sell, remember that 20, 30, 40, 50 that I was talking about earlier?
Right.
That doesn't apply to you for your first 5. Your first 5, you're going to get 100% commission. So that $44.95 that you enrolled person number one, you're gonna get $44.95 back. You sell the second one, you're gonna get $44.95. Third one, $44.95. Fourth one, $44.95. Fifth one, $44.95. They pay 100%. You're gonna get 100% for your first 5. Everything after that, then you go back to the normal compensation plan, which is a scaling compensation plan.
So it's basically, because I want to make sure I'm clear.
Of course.
So it's basically almost like you're giving the membership free, but you're getting reimbursed for it. So you would give it to somebody who potentially wants to plan and or wants to be a consultant. Something that's gonna truly benefit you across the board. You understand?
Let's try this. So you get started in the Jumpstart program. Boom, right? Jumpstart. You get 5 plans, right? So you would call whoever. Who's the first person you're gonna enroll? Have try out the plan.
Latasha, somebody else.
What's her name?
Latasha.
Okay, so Latasha, you got started with Jumpstart. Boom, you're in. So now you got these 5 dental plans. So what you're gonna say is, hey Tasha. How you say it? Latasha. Okay. Latasha. Okay. I say Latasha, you say Latasha. So you got started, right? You got started. So now you're gonna call Latasha, right? And you're gonna say, hey, I just got started in this business. I'm going for this promotion. I want you to try out one of these plans. Whether you keep it or not, that's your business. I just want you to try out one of these plans. She said, how much is it? Yeah, I'll support you, of course. You say $44.95. I need a debit or credit card. You get her debit or credit card. That's going to be, she's paying $44.95, and you're going to get $44.95. Same thing with whoever else, and whoever else, and whoever else for the first 5. Yeah.
I got
So the way it was worded, she was thinking that we gave away free 5.
Oh yeah, I thought that when they first brought it out too.
Right, that's how I thought it.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to do that,
Yeah.
right?
But if somebody is doing maybe a jump start and you say, listen, I give you one of the memberships free, then it may be beneficiary to you.
Yeah, but that would be like Steve Jobs getting started and him giving away some MacBooks for free to people outside of his business. Yeah, so it's just not a way to do business. You don't give away, I mean, free pizza, like you start a pizzeria, you give away free pizza? No. Lingerie, you give away free lingerie? No. Medicinal marijuana, do you give it that way? No. Right? But what you do is you can have them try it out. Right? What do they do in inventory? If you open up a clothing company, you say, hey, you could try this out, and then, I need it back.
But there's not a time frame on that, right? It's the first 5.
Is there a time frame on that?
I think in 30 days.
It might be 30 days. Maybe it's 30 days to get rid of those 5. It might be. Is it?
And you get the commission too.
I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it is? Oh, so how long do you have?
It's, no, it's just free.
Oh, it's just free.
Purchase the 2+ memberships.
Okay, so it's just free. Okay.
There's no time frame on that.
Yes.
I have a question. You may have already went over this.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, someone asks you a question about the plan. Dental plan, medical plans, all other plans that you might have. How much detail should you go into answering those particular questions?
Great. That's a good one. No, that was great. Okay. So, I say 3 to 5 minutes. That includes friends and family. How much time do you give to sell one of these plans? Then you got to start looking at the value of your time. Remember, this is just a little plan. $24.95, right? So I always say 3 to 5 minutes. Golden rule, 3 to 5 minutes. If you're on the phone with somebody for more than 3 to 5 minutes, you're wasting your time. 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. If it takes longer than 3 to 5 minutes, give them the website and then schedule a follow-up call. 3 to 5 minutes. The longer you talk, the longer you talk, the more likely they are to not buy from you. The longer you talk. The less you say, the more money you'll make. Less you say, the more money you'll make. You're going to feel, in the moment, you're going to feel like, oh, I got him now. I got him now. I got him now. I got him now. I'm only telling you this from experience. Kira could tell you, Amy could tell you. I used to talk to people, for this one plan, I would talk to people for like 2 hours. And then at the end, you know what they'll tell me? I don't want it, or I'll think about it. Damn, $24. That's a free show. They just got a free show. You just did a whole 60-minute show. One-man show. All right, so we're winding down, right? I want to give us some tangible things, right, that we can get in and we could leave and start making some money. And some of this stuff y'all may not like. But now we're going to talk about some money. So first thing is it's real money. It's real money. A planner. Real money. A planner. Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
What, is that as opposed to putting it in your tablet or phone, or you feel like that's a better, the paper?
I have a story, and it's a bad story, so I'm not going to share it. But I do both now. The more important it is, the more I'll do both. But the one that I rely on is this one.
Write it down. Okay.
I've had some issues with phones
Stupid
and
phone. Okay, that makes sense.
all of that. This is it. And this is very cost efficient. You could go to Dollar Tree and get it for $1.
Yeah.
Or I got this one from Walmart. And this was $2.97 to be exact. One of the best investments you can make is this. And which brings us to, y'all ever tell somebody you'll call them around 3:30? You can't do that in business. Think about it. Like that would be like your dentist saying, "Yeah, come in around 3:30."
Yeah.
What time movies start? You might start around about 4-ish.
Yeah.
No. Your flight? No. We might leave out around 5:15. Even your appointment with your haircut, your hair done, you got an appointment, right? Appointment book. But most people don't want to do it. They're like, nah, I got it. Well, let me tell you this, and then we'll move to the next tangible thing. You know how many thoughts we have in our head every day? What's a lot?
I have a lot of thoughts.
Like about how many?
Like, I would say at least 1,000.
Okay, would it scare you if I told you 40,000?
40,000.
40,000 different thoughts every single day. The average human being.
ADD is like 70.
About 70,000, 40,000. 40,000 minimum.
That's a lot.
You know how many times y'all thought about how shiny my head is? If you didn't, I just guess one. Somebody left with fingernails. See the shirt? Is it nice? What's this in here that you got on?
Keep poking out every
I'm
now
just
and
stealing
then.
thoughts. You think that's not what people do to y'all every day?
Yeah.
Better focus. But this is a planner. Keep it and take it seriously. Very seriously. Your planner. You schedule your appointments, and your customers like it. People like when they have, okay, boom, this is at this time. Boom, okay. Then when you call them, you can say, hey, this is such and such. I had you scheduled for today at 3:30. They like that.
Yeah.
You say, I'll call you Saturday. What time on Saturday? I'll call you sometime on Monday. Yeah, I'll get back to you Monday. And don't be scared when they say, I don't know, just call me. I don't keep a schedule. No, don't be scared of that. This is your business, and listen, golden rule, and then we'll go to the next thing. If you can't make an appointment, don't make an appointment. This is your business. You set your own schedule. If you can't make an appointment, just don't make an appointment. Don't have no one force you to take their... No, this is your business. Okay? If you can't make an appointment, don't make an appointment. Get a planner, something you can carry around with you, right? In your pocketbook. It'd probably be one of the most important things in your pocketbook. Okay. Another tangible thing is a thing called personal development. Carl talked about it earlier. You guys familiar with personal development? Okay. One of those things we really don't want to do. And it's one of those things where you don't think it has anything to do with business. But it has everything to do with business. Personal development. Right? There's different forms of personal development. You could, I'll just throw out a few names. You guys, these people have either books, you can find them on YouTube, you can find them in a magazine, you can find them on a podcast, wherever. So here's a few names. A guy named Zig Ziglar. Z-I-G space Z-I-G-L-A-R. Another one is Jim Rohn. J-I-M, last name R-O-H-N. Another one is Les Brown.
Repeat that again.
Jim Rohn, J-I-M, last name R-O-H-N. Another one is Les Brown, L-E-S, last name B-R-O-W-N. Another one would be, a lot of us know Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins, T-O-N-Y, last name R-O-B-B-I-N-S. And then we got some people coming up the pipelines. We got like a person named...
Millionaire Brown.
Yeah, no, he's already established. No, just joking. We got, what's the other guy? Gary Vaynerchuk. You ever heard of Gary V?
Oh, yeah, good.
Gary V, right? He's good. G-A-R-Y-V-E-E. These, I'm telling you, change the conversation of your people, like your circle, right? You change this, start talking about, yo, you know this, forget Cardi B. Like, yo, you know, Jim, you heard that new Jim Rohn?
Right.
Yo, that Jim Rohn, you heard what he said?
Yeah.
He said, if you don't,
Right.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else is there? Oh, so there's some magazines like Success Magazine. Robb Report is a great magazine. R-O-B-B-R-E-P-O-R-T. Then they have Forbes Magazine. That's a great one. And magazines are good for those that don't like reading books yet. But you could read a magazine. And with all these things that I just named, they all have Instagram, Twitters, and Facebook pages. So instead of pay attention to who you're following, right? And add these people to it so you can start seeing. So yeah, that's the personal development stuff. If you ever have an opportunity to go to a conference or get on invest in something, invest in your personal development. What else do we got?
I have a brother that does it online. He's in California.
Okay.
Yeah, he does that all the time online, YouTube and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. So there's a lot of it online. You get what you look for, right? Personal development is really, really, really big. I'm reading a book. I'm reading it back to back right now. It's called Think and Grow Rich. It's by a guy named Napoleon Hill.
Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich. By a guy, Napoleon Hill. Robert Kiyosaki is another good one. Grant Cardone, 10 times rule. Oh my gosh. 10 times. Y'all heard about 10x? 10x? I'll give it to you in short. 10x. 10x is basically like, when you leave here, if you were gonna, let's say, if you had an idea to talk to, let's say you was gonna I can't think. Matter of fact, just get the book. I have a way to say it, but I don't want to say it the way I want to say it. But just get the book. It's called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. And he's all over Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. Yeah, he is. Great person to follow. All right, so that's personal development. Next thing, the last thing I want to show you guys, and then we'll get out of here. This is the last thing. Last thing is this. Nobody can build this business on their own. I mean, you got to at least get trained. I don't even really like Floyd Mayweather, But you know what? Yeah, I don't. I really don't. But I respect him.
All right.
But the reason why I use Floyd Mayweather is because a lot of us may look at him and say, well, he did everything himself. But he has a team of people, right?
Yeah.
So I want us to get into the... there's a culture that we have here on this team, right? And it's called a three-way. Okay? If you ever do business with people over the phone, even your cell phone companies, even the bank, they'll three-way and bridge you in with somebody else and called in expert, right? So for everybody who's just getting started, there's a thing called a three-way. Okay, and what a three-way is D. Who's one of your who's on your team here?
Who's on my team?
Who's on your team?
Nobody.
Who did you invite today? That's here.
Him,
her.
Okay. Let's do you.
Show off.
So what's your name? PJ.
Deep.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So let's do PJ. PJ. You get out of here, right? You don't know pretty much anything. It's like Men in Black, right? For some reason, you're gonna think you know a lot, but when you leave here, it's just someone's gonna ask you a question on top of what you're telling them, and you're gonna go blank. But excuse me. Besides that, it's called the unfair advantage. Okay? When people, remember I was talking about earlier, you have to see it the way they see it. When we talk to people about getting started in this business, they can very easily and most often do think you're the only person in this business. I don't know why they think it, but they do. They think it's just you. They think you're behind this desk and you got like 100 employees that's working for you. They think that it's only you. They think you went out and got a big business loan to get this business started, and they only think it's you. Even me, even everybody. So what you want to do is you want to get everybody on the phone with her. That's your job. And I know it's a remember in school they used to say, put on your thinking caps. And we used to really put on your business hat, right? And be creative and figure out ways to get people on the phone with her. And at your job, you try to get somebody to do the work for you, you'll get fired. Here, if you get somebody to do the work for you, you're going to get paid.
I like that.
And D, the reason why you want to trust D is because D, the more money you make, the more money she's going to make. It's a fact. You want to make more money, right? So you obviously want to be with somebody who wants you to make more money. So that's the power of the three-way. Get somebody else on the phone. Even if they ask you what time it is, you have one watch on each hand, and you're in a room full of clocks, you don't know what time it is. Get them on the phone with D. And that goes for everybody else, for whoever you invited by Zykira, right? Do that three-way. You invited her? You know her before now. This is your friend.
It's my cousin.
Whenever y'all talk about this business, you can't talk to her about this business without Zykira being involved. Because y'all going to start talking about movies and all of this other stuff. Whenever she starts talking about whenever she starts talking wilding and talking about something else, get her on the phone. Hold on one second. Let me bring her in. Now, if y'all talking family stuff, okay, keep it family. But the minute it shifts to business, she needs to get involved. There ain't no playing around here. Y'all, you want to make money, and you want to make money. There ain't no money y'all making doing whatever else. And if there is, she needs to be involved in it. Three-way. Three-way, three-way, three-way. That is, right now what we're doing is we're going to, we're going to have a good time. And we're going to eat food, and we're going to save money. So we're going to do something cool. And this is for all the people that haven't got started yet, but you're getting started like today or tomorrow. November 4th, we're gonna do something special because we want, Carl, are you open to doing
Come
that?
back again?
Yeah, as our special guest?
I'll come back.
Okay, so we're gonna do something really special because I think Carl did an amazing job. I was thinking about this as you were doing it. The person who has more than, if you have more than 5 guests here for this next event, you're obviously gonna win something. You're gonna win something. It's gonna be really big, right? But if you come back, if you're here now and you come back, you're gonna get something also. Okay? If you are here now, if you're here, say aye.
Aye. Me too.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright. I thought you were here. I didn't know. So that's how it's gonna go. And we're gonna fill this room up. Everybody's gonna have a guest, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. And we're gonna fill this place up. Because Carl did a great job, right? Y'all feel comfortable with him doing a presentation?
Yeah.
So we're gonna pack this place, and we're gonna double it in size just by everybody bringing one more person than is currently here. And if you're here now and you bring somebody, you're gonna win something. You're gonna earn something. So you gotta be here and you gotta bring somebody, and you're guaranteed to win something. That's a guarantee.
Hey, Ma! I'm on TV!